right, so back here at Quail Hollow, just wanted to expand a little bit on what we talked over, the last couple days, because I've had a lot of people reach out going, you want me to just swing the club 3, 4, 500 times? The answer is no. What I want is I want you to swing the club efficiently and differently 3 to 4 to 500 times a week. That way we start to get progress in changing your neuro pattern, but we have to make sure that we're changing it correctly, okay? So right here I have a drill set up that I use a lot with my students. If you're a slicer of the golf ball, this would be a fantastic drill for you, okay? So what causes a slice? A slice is caused because the club face is open to the club path, okay? I would say for the most part, most people, instead of the club face being open, is really what it is that the path is going too far to the left. And so the club face can be pointed at your target, but the path is left, and so you're gonna hit a slice, okay? So this would be a great practice for somebody that's trying to slice the golf ball left, okay? And what this is going to do is going to get the path moving more to the right, okay? Now, how would you know? Is this drill applicable to you? That would be a good question. This drill would be applicable to you if after you've hit golf balls and you look at your divots that you've made, if your divots are left of your target, this 100% would be applicable to you, okay? The reason I point that out is because a lot of the time people watch YouTube videos and they look at them and they go, oh yeah, I'm gonna start to work on that. That's gotta help. When it could be fuel to fire. Like you watch, some of, some Tiger Woods when he was working with Hank Haney, who was working on steepening the club into the golf ball, or Jordan Spieth's little thing where he's trying to get the club a little bit steeper while turning his lower body out of the way. That would probably not be applicable to 95% of golfers because 95% of golfers are already steep in the first place. I would say your tour pros err on the side of too shallow, okay? And they're always trying to steepen it to get, a little bit, steeper angle of attack to create a little bit more spin or whatever they may be working on. And so would this drill be applicable to you? Yes, if your divots are going to the left of the target, okay? Now understand, there's also one other component, okay? So right here we're gonna get the club swinging a little bit more to the right, okay? But if your club face is open to the path of the club, so you're swinging it more to the right now and the club face is still open, you might hit some way out to the right, okay? If that's the case, stay tuned. I'll get some stuff on the club face and how to get the club face closed later, okay? But this would be a good way to start training your swing, okay? Once again, I'm not gonna use a golf ball, okay? The reason I'm not gonna use a golf ball is because I'm trying to change my brain. And so what I want is 300 to 400 swings per week, efficient swings, actually knowing that I'm making a change to my golf swing, okay? That way I can feel it, and I know that I'm creating it, okay? So right here I've got this noodle set up, okay? Now, how I set it up is, I'm gonna set up to a golf ball. I'm gonna take one large step, or about 3 feet back. I'm gonna set the club head on my target line, okay? My target line is the imaginary line that goes from the golf ball out to the target, okay? I'm setting on my target line extended back behind the golf ball, and then I'm gonna slide a noodle, or you can get one of these alignment sticks. I'm gonna slide it in, I'm gonna put it about 3 inches above my shaft, okay? Then I'm gonna step in, and when I swing, okay, I don't really want to swing underneath because I could get the club in a bad position on the way back, and so I could start to create this position where I want to come over the top, okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing the club back, and then I'm going to make sure as I come into this tee, I'm going underneath this noodle, okay? So now I'm shallowing the golf club out, okay? So now I'm coming and I'm hitting the back of the golf ball, like Ben Hogan would say, rather than the outside of it, okay? So what this is training in my golf swing is, steepness in the golf swing is early rotation of the shoulders, okay? So if I swing the club up to the top and I rotate my shoulders early, the club is gonna go left, okay? It's gonna go with the path of my shoulders, okay? So what this is training me to do is to have more passive shoulders. So I take the club back, my shoulders don't move as much because I gotta bring the club down now with my arms underneath that noodle, okay? And come into the back of the ball, okay? If I take the club up and my shoulders rotate too early and I come down, I'm gonna clobber that noodle, okay? That's what we call negative reinforcement. It's like sticking your hand on a hot stove. You stick your hand on a hot stove, you're not gonna do it anymore because you know, hey, the stove is hot, okay? That would be effective practice, okay? And so get this drill set up, okay? So set up to a tee, take one large step or 3 feet backwards, set the club head down on the target line, and then stick a noodle about 3 inches or 3 fingers above the shaft. And what you're gonna do is take the club back out, come back underneath and hit the tee, okay? Out, underneath, hit the tee. You do that enough times, I guarantee your swing will change, I guarantee your path will be more to the right, and I guarantee your divots will stop going to the left, okay? That would be efficient practice. Practice making sure that you're creating what you want to create, okay? Then when you apply the golf ball in this drill, that ball should start more to the right, okay? If it's staying to the right, then all we have to do is figure out how to close this club face. That's coming later.